Commercial number 18, a 60-second wild nighttime used car. Take one.
Yes, you've seen it in magazines, you've read it in the newspapers. In fact, perhaps you've even seen the owner's picture. The man that came to San Francisco to offer them more for the dollar they spend. The man that came to San Francisco to rape each and every citizen in the whole San Francisco Bay Area. You don't believe it? Listen to me. I don't lie. Take a fucking car like this. A 1966 Ford, a Country Squire 9-passenger station wagon. Don't worry about the equipment. Imagine all the fun you can have in the back. And while you're doing it, imagine all the money that bald-headed prick Ralph Williams is going to be making on the car he's trying to fuck you out of. Yes, the man that'll take every dime out of the San Francisco Bay Area and spend it on prostitutes, booze, and of course crap tables in the city of Las Vegas. I'm sure you've heard about it. So remember this, if you'd like to get fucked and hooked real hard before you buy a car, come down here. Let Ralph Williams do it. Why not? Why not somebody else? Remember our address is 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno, but if you come from Marin County, East Bay Area, or San Jose, your money spends just as well as anybody else's. And when this bald-headed son of a bitch gets hold of you, you will spend money.
Since we're the owner of this company, everyone is looking for a handout. Hey, can I have a free car? Man, you're driving all these fancy cars. The truth of the matter is, and it's the thing that no one knows, we can barely afford a drop of gasoline these days. We're broke as hell. Everything's going downhill. All these unions are calling us, complaining about our workers. Unsafe conditions is what they're saying us. Slavery almost. Customers buying cars, the car breaking down while they drive off the lot. They say it's so unreliable, it's so expensive. So we don't know what to do. These loans are killing us, pushing us off the road. We gotta deal with this. And that means making money by any means necessary. If it's dirty tricks or not, it don't matter. We gotta make that money. Whatever it takes to make a buck. That's all that matters now.
Yeah, that's right, y'all. Yo, live on the mic to infinity.
So we have quite a nice array of beautiful cars that actually are not that bad as the red markers make you believe sometimes. We are quite in a pity in regards to our income here. We have to make more sales. So next thing should probably be a new car project, utilizing more of what we already have, aka our engines, since we produce around like 10% of the V8s and V12s we can, so we should go into markets of cars that could utilize these engines. So let's see what we can do here. So we're back from the testing ground, but still our company doesn't make all too much money. Also, in about a couple of years we're gonna have the fun of dealing with the emissions, which is another thing that will not help us make money, that's for sure. Yeah, as far as I remember where we left off, it's time to make some new facelifts sometime soon. There's already a couple in queue. And yeah, we have a couple of new engines coming along. And I feel like we definitely have to research some things in regards to better steering. Be that wheels, drivetrains, or just like helpers like ABS and stuff like that. Because I feel like only stuff like ABS, maybe better differential, and those kind of things, maybe better aerodynamics, but those are the things that are gonna make us fast, not big engines, because we put the V12 200 horsepower into our first car, into the spectacular car, and yeah, if you recall, it didn't work out well. So this might be better. focusing less on engines and more power and turbos and that nonsense, but rather focusing on drivetrains, better gearing, better wheels, better brakes, better aerodynamics, suspension, and so on. So we're already putting some... Where do we find ABS? Does ABS go under safety? Or would that be something that would go under driver assists? Yeah, traction aids, ABS 1985. Okay. Interestingly enough, we're making the most sales with our sports car, which is really interesting. Didn't expect that. And the Lagoon goes into selling, which is, to be honest, man, it's one of the most beautiful cars ever. Not just in the game, but just in real world, man. If this car, I mean, if it would exist, and it's a car from the late 50s, it would obviously cost millions. But I would even get or attempt to buy a replica because, man, this design, I love it. It brings the aggressiveness, the boldness of a car like the Ford GT or the Shelby Cobra into something more intelligent, sophisticated, like the Aston Martin Vantage or like a Maserati back then. I mean, that combo is just... It's the elegancy with the power. There's just the big old hood. It's amazing. And it's gonna make us money. It's putting us back into profits here. Maybe we got a problem. Okay, no one is producing the V12 for some reason. Let's see what's going on. The Spectacular uses the V12. And it's the first version, if I see that correctly. But why? It's in production. Yeah, I also remember we have the Mark II V8, which is a more reliable version. And it seems that it's ready to go, right? Oh, this is something that we have to sign off still. Oh, I completely forgot about that. That's not good. Okay, so once this goes, we can also then use this V8 into our other cars, and it's gonna be more demand because it's much more reliable and whatnot for pretty much the same power output. Because I upboard it a bit, but reduced other things that were making it unreliable. Now we do have to sign these off. Maybe we have some things that we just invented or gonna invent anytime soon so that we can put something new in them to make them actually a bit more desirable and at the same time logical that we put him off when it gets to time, but it doesn't seem like it, fortunately. Okay, let's start with the pass fleet, I guess. I mean, the car is such a cool design, right? I really like the design, but unfortunately, demand is not there. We're just not able to match our competitors. They're just better than us. It's such a cool car. I like it so much. So since we just introduced this brand new palette cars into the market, the Joker, we obviously have to always cater to the new market demands, especially because our competitors seem to be so damn strong. And the problem is that our cars are just not reliable as much. They are reliable on paper, but once we put them in the factory, we push down their reliability in order to produce them faster and make more money. That bites us in the ass later though, because they're less desired. So that's the vicious cycle here that we have to balance. Especially because we don't seem to have as much R&D, as much engineering knowledge, so to say, as our competitors. They always seem to have better things. It's a bit of a hassle. But we're just not selling as many cars as we could produce with the current size of our factories. Hence, the introduction of the Joker is not really suiting us for our luxury and prestige approach, because it's more of a, as you can see, past fleet cars, off-road cars, family cars and whatnot. But it's a car that caters to a broader audience, and thus allows us to sell more without increasing our market spend and utilizing the factory sizes that we already have. So that's the idea in this new business approach, and yeah, hopefully it will work out. So basically what we're doing here is you're just pre-building these models that are using the V8, the old V8, because then they're gonna have pre-produced, then we're gonna do a facelift of them, and then we're gonna put in the new V8, right, which is released around that time here. And once that's done, we can also then use our old V8 factory to build the new V8, basically, right? Because then all these old guys, old models, there's no one using the old V8 anymore. Hence, the factory is ready to produce something new. And I'm actually thinking we probably should do that a bit earlier than when the V8 is done, because when the V8 is done, the model is not done, right? Because the facelift needs like sometimes a year even, right? So we should probably start with this already, kind of pre-producing this. So we're just gonna produce these, and then we do the facelift here. And for him, since he just had a facelift, we're gonna do this a bit later. Do the facelift here, film the facelift here, and yeah, it should be about okay. We're gonna lose some money because the factories doing this are gonna produce more cars than are being sold, since we're pre-producing basically, right? And we're gonna making very nice sales for our bird, which is nice. It's a nice car. It's always nice to see your favorite car up in the highest sales bracket. Even though that means we're not gonna make much sales because there's other cars. It would be a bit better if they would be on that list, I guess. Yeah, we're not getting ahead with those sales here. I mean, with the pre-building. This is just completely understaffed. Yeah, we can see here we have way too many cars in stock. We have like about a good year ahead in stock of this car, so we're paying way more on building this diet than we're selling. Decrease the amount of shifts. And let's see, is this a big factory or not? Because if this is a big factory at small level 2, it would make more sense if Diet would produce like the Lagoon, who is not getting behind the sales, and vice versa, but I'm not sure if it's making too much sense of changing that around right now. So right now we're really in a bad spot. We are already down to 100 million. Okay, we invested in some factories, also facelifts. But overall, we're not 100% there. We produce some pretty good cars. They're fast, they're beautiful. You can utilize them, but they're not very reliable. And the problem is, if you make them more reliable, they're more expensive. They take longer to produce. And if they take longer to produce, we don't have anything new to sell in the time that they are being engineered and that they are being produced. Hence we lose more money. Hence we have to make the cars cheaper. Hence we make them less reliable. It's a death cycle. So another thing that might help is to introduce a new car, because some of these models, the body age is really showing now. We're approaching the mid-60s now, and we still have a big chunk of revenue coming from our first car that we introduced back in 46. So the Spectacular is now on the Mark 6 evolution. It's now the 6th generation of the facelift, and it became from a 200 horsepower, later 150 horsepower, now it's 170 horsepower V12 that's powers this car. We are already dealing with emissions from the Lithuanian government and safety regulations from the Lithuanian government. Now the V12 has a more economical carburetor, hence we have like a 30 horsepower drop from the original 200 horsepower, but overall the car is more refined in regards to also the power band. So even though it's a little bit less max power, it drives a bit better. So the car is more refined, but probably now in the last generation, because the body age is just starting to show and sales are just gonna go lower and lower. So in order to make more money and utilize the factory that we already have, it probably makes sense to introduce a new car in order to make more from what we have, right? Because if we sell the old model in the factory, because the factory already costs us money. So if we sell an old car, we make less money than we can sell a new car. So we already introduced the Lagoon, aka the Shark, as our beautiful sports convertible, our luxury convertible into this market. But now we want something more for the laid back ballers and stars from the 60s. Something that we can also sell in a luxury variant that's aimed for the high society, a big ship basically, but also something that we can sell maybe in a more fleshed off version, in a version that's a bit trimmed out, a bit skimmed out, a bit less luxurious with a cheaper interior. It's still big enough to maybe work as a family premium car, while still aimed at the upper class. So that's kind of the idea with this new model. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Don't hold this first. All right, go ahead, man. All right. I said I spit in your face and call you a mark. They call me a goon, they call me a shark. Matter of fact, I'm a trapper. Long nights in the heart, it's about to get dark. Nike gloves when I hold the chopper. You seen a dead body and you told the coppers. OBH, we a mob, no one can stop us. Till the feds run down and they come and knock us. Or they bring that black bag for you. Trip to the morgue is a toe tag for you. Or you get thrown off the side of the bridge with a donut-sized hole on the side of your head. I'm out with the bread, that's why I trap like there's no tomorrow. No frets, it's nothing that you can borrow. Me and you ain't tight like that. Coke disappear with the pot, they come right back. I just hit a Houdini on you. Turn a point to a 9 and get greedy on you. Stay alert at all times cause police is swarm. You eat cheese and go a town with the geese on you. Bull, don't make me hit you with this Mac banana.